Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the first entry in Wave 3 of Masters of the Universe Origins. This is Roboto, the heroic mechanical warrior. And yes, he's a random one to pick to start off Wave 3, but he was always one of my favorites as a kid, so I was really excited when I heard he was announced for Wave 3. He has the translucent chest with those gears inside, and when you twist him at the waist, you could see the gears move and his mouth would open and close, and he always had all those cool different hand accessories, which was kind of neat, so he was definitely a favorite of mine when I was a kid. And the beauty of the Masters of the Universe line, anything goes. Anything they could come up with, they threw it in there, and I always thought that was really fun. Obviously, its origins are based in kind of sword and sorcery fantasy, but there's elements of sci-fi. They have, robots. They have vehicles, things that are, science-related, sci-fi-esque. So it's just a crazy line, and all kinds of cool stuff was inserted in there, and Roboto is definitely a part of that. So card definitely reminiscent of the original packaging, which I love. You can see they now say 2021 instead of 2020. Still have that retro play, modern posing blast of advertising there. You have the new mini comic inserted. All of Wave 3 is going to have the same mini comic. If we take a look on the back, you can see the comic up here, which is some beautiful artwork. You can go ahead and read that. And then it shows you again twisting his waist to make the gears change, and then you can sub out all the different arm accessories. And then you get a look at the cross-sell here for the rest of Wave 3. Now, of course, He-Man and Skeletor are still in the mix because they've pretty much been a part of every wave. I think it makes sense. You want He-Man and Skeletor always available, so anyone kind of entering the line in the middle of its run can always get a He-Man and Skeletor. But we have She-Ra, Roboto, Zodak, and Merman. Now, unfortunately, Merman is the only one that still eludes me. I do have these three, so after Roboto, Zodak, and She-Ra will follow in short order, but I still have to track down a Merman, so hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. But anyway, I'm really excited about this guy. I'm going to go ahead, get him out of the packaging here, and we're going to take a closer look. Here is Roboto out of the packaging. He looks great. I mean, the translucent torso is a lot of fun. You can see kind of where the connecting point is for the shoulder joint. And it's kind of weird this time around. The shoulder joint kind of pegs down instead of just pegging in. So it's a little awkward the way his joints are, especially when you're doing the rotating, but it still works out. And then unfortunately, his kind of lower half is a little loose there, I think because of the way it connects here. But it still works perfectly well for getting those gears to turn. And you can see his mouth moves, which I find hysterical. But yeah, he's great. The colors are very vibrant. It looks very good. You do have movement here in the shoulder. You do have the hinge as well. But it makes it seem a little, I don't know, it doesn't quite have the range of motion you'd want. It kind of goes in a little bit too much, but it's not a big deal. You do have the hinge and the swivel here at the elbow as well. And then you have the hinge in the wrist as well as a swivel. The head still moves, it looks like. You can go a little bit side to side, and it won't affect the gimmick at all. So that's kind of cool. I appreciate that. Of course, you have the waist movement. Now, technically, you can turn it all the way around if you prefer. You don't have to go back and forth. It does have that full range of motion there. You do have the hinge and swivel in the hips there. You do have the hinge and swivel in the knee. You also have a lower boot swivel kind of about halfway through his leg. And then you have very limited kind of up and down hinge and side to side rock because of the way the boot is done. I think it looks great, but it does hinder articulation ever so slightly. Now you can see he has the axe hand attachment. Very simply just unpeg that. He also comes with this kind of normal robot gripping hand. It doesn't move or anything, but it looks like it would be able to open and close. And then you do have this large blaster hand as well. I always thought this one looked really cool when I was a kid. Kind of a double barrel blaster there. So that's pretty cool. Lots of cool accessories there. I'm going to go ahead and give him the little robot hand. So he looks great. Like I said, very colorful, very vibrant. I love the translucent chest with the gears inside. I love the different accessories for the hand. I love that the mouth opens and closes. I think that's really, really cool. He's just a lot of fun. I'm really happy they got to him sooner rather than later. I definitely recommend adding him to your collection. Real quick, I wanted to show off the little mini comic that he comes with. all of the characters in Wave 3 are going to have this mini comic, and I see the Talon Fighter is here. I'm kind of hoping that's a little foreshadowing. Maybe we're going to get that soon as far as vehicles go. I know that they said, I think pre-orders for a Wind Raider. I always do that. I don't know why. Wave Rider is a Autobot. The Wind Raider went up recently, I think, on Big Bad Toy Stores. So there was no pictures yet, but there was a pre-order listing. So we are getting vehicles. I think a Battle Ram is happening at some point as well. Should be pretty cool. But here is, again, the cross-sell for the other characters in this wave. They all appear in this comic book. So pretty neat. Definitely recommend picking these up. I've been having a ton of fun with Origins, and this guy has been one of my favorites so far. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.